Hi guys, it's Sarah from Book Nerds and Fangirls, and today I'm so excited for the top 5 Wednesday topic because it's the top 5 biggest badasses. And oh my god, this list was so hard, just so hard, because there's a lot of badass protagonists and antagonists out there. But I think I made 5 solid choices, and I'll be explaining my choices in this video as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Coming in at number 5, we have my bad boy crush, Colin from Demon Kiss. Colin is a badass because one, he's hot. Okay, maybe that's not badass or assery, but bear with me. Okay, so he's a demon. He's hot. He's barely 17 in this book, and he's already running as demons, and I'm just over here like, that, and he's so funny and so sarcastic, and him and Ivy are just so perfect for each other. I think this is my second favorite book series, so if you haven't read it yet, I recommend, which is actually very exciting because we do have a top 5 Wednesday coming up for our book recommendations, which look out for this one because it'll definitely be on there. So coming in at number 4 is a more satire badass, and that is Lucia from Fallen Kingdom series. Don't get me wrong, I adore Cleo, but I think Lucia is just the tiniest bit more badass in Fallen Kingdoms than she is. I have not read Rebel Springs, so if Cleo gets more badass than she already is I'm sorry I picked Lucia, but for right now, it's Lucia, definitely Lucia. So, Lucia's a very big badass for me. I totally adore Lucia. She has magic abilities, and let's say one thing she does to a certain witch is just the coolest thing ever. So I'll be continuing this story, not because I like Magnus and Jonas, because those two characters I could do without, but because I love Lucia and Cleo. So coming in at number 3 is a badass that I blurbed for a while, who I said that Celaena Saldorian should be more like, and that is Helene from An Ember in the Ashes. I love Helene mostly because when she says she's gonna kick someone's ass, she actually does it. She kicks guys in the balls. She doesn't fucking give a shit. That and her love for Elias is just endearing, and I just love Helene, even though she's in a really shitty situation at the moment. And I hope we get Helene's point of view on A Torch Against the Night, because I was recently watching the Booksplosion thing for this, because of course I didn't watch it when it was out because I hadn't read it yet because of all the hype. I'm glad I read this. It's totally worth the hype it gets, guys. So let's see, lost my train of thought. So I love Helene. Helene is the best badass in the world, and there are only 2 more people to put her against, and they're just all badassery. But Helene sacrifices everything for love, and she does it with a smirk on her face, because I don't think she ever smiles behind that mask. I don't know, we'll see. But A Torch Against the Night, they were saying that it would be interesting if we had a view from Helene, since it'd be kind of useless having a dual point of view for Lia and Elias unless they split up because they're together in the second book. But if we had Helene, like, here's what I want to go to. I want, like, maybe 3 points of view in the next story. I want Elias's or Lia's, whichever one they could pick, whichever one. They could have Izzy's because she's on a ship with Keenan, I believe his name is. And they could have Helene's because we have 3 separate storylines going on, and how are we supposed to know any of that information unless there are more than Elias and Lia's point of view? So here's to hoping for Helene's point of view, because badassery. So coming in at number 2, these last two are very hard for me because they're from the same series. But coming in at number 2 is one of my ultimate badasses, Rose Halfway from the Vampire Academy series. She just has so much character development. She trains, she's witty and sarcastic. And her love interest is just so amazing. So speaking of her love interest, coming in at number 1, I grabbed my Shadow Kiss graphic novel, is Dmitry Belikov from the Vampire Academy series. Because who doesn't love Dmitry? He's badass, he's fine, he's everything I want. And yes, he's my fictional boyfriend. If I could pick a fictional boyfriend, it'd be Dmitry. But there you guys have it. That was my top 5 biggest badasses, and I hope to see your guys' biggest badasses soon, because I love reading about new badasses. So I'm hoping to find a book with more badass characters. So if you have a badass character that I didn't mention, or a book I didn't mention, down below, comment down below and let me know, just to let everyone know I have read the Throne of Glass series, and Celaena Saldorian is not on this list for a reason, but there we go. There you guys have it, and I will see you guys later. Sorry for the tummy shot.